Hey team, Happy New Year. How are y'all today? Hey, I have a super exciting Zoom for y'all today. I'm so excited. We have several of the jewels from our team on this Zoom today. Just to let you know, well, first of all, let me introduce myself because we have a ton of newbies. I'm Beth Anderson, and I am a Diamond Ambassador. I live in Aledo, Texas, which is about 30 minutes outside of Fort Worth, kind of out in the country. And I started Plexus in March of 2013. So I'm super close to my 3-year anniversary. Anyways, we have 25 jewels on our team. And so we have a lot of people that have really succeeded with Plexus. And if you're new and you do not know what a jewel would be an emerald, sapphire, or diamond level ambassador. That means that they have earned their Lexus and they have earned their free trip to Hawaii and are really super strong leaders in the company. And so the fact that our team has 25 is absolutely amazing. And I just want to say that if we can do it, that anybody that puts their mind and works for it can do it. And I will say that for myself personally. If I can do it, if anyone who wants it and will work for it can do it. You can't just say that you want it. You have to work for it. But I'm hoping today, by them giving you new tips for the new year, that will encourage you and that will push you into working your business and trying to hit the jewel status and jewel level. It's an amazing journey. It's an amazing ride, and you don't want to miss out. So anyways, I want to start off with just a couple. First, I want to talk about earning while you're learning. When I first started, I had no idea anything about Plexus really and anything about network marketing. And my ambassadors, Alicia and Ariel, that were with me at the beginning will say amen to that because I had no clue. And I was working, and anyways, it was just crazy. And so, but I did start sharing, which I swore I would never do, but I did. I changed my mind and I started sharing pretty quickly. And I still didn't have the answers to questions, but I just told what I knew. And when people would ask me questions, I would find it. You can learn now. We have so many different ways to learn. There's so many different YouTube videos you can watch and learn about the products or about the business or how you do this and that. There's so many books. There's our team pages. There's so much information out there. So don't be scared to go ahead and start sharing with people, even though you may not have your results, or even though you might think I have no clue what I'm doing. That's okay. We'll help you. And there's so many resources. All you have to do is reach out and ask. I would be glad to tell, what my favorite videos that I watch. I watch videos all the time trying to learn. So don't be scared to start sharing and start earning money while you're learning Plexus and while you're getting your results. So anyways, that's a huge one for me. Another one that I want to talk about is consistency. You need to work Plexus every single day. And for some people, that might be only 5 minutes at first a day because they don't have time. That might be 5 minutes in your car before you walk into your job, or 5 minutes while your kids are warming up at their basketball game or their baseball game. But I promise, if you will share it every single day, and if you will, respond to people who ask questions every single day, that you will go up in this business. If you only do it every once in a while, people won't believe that you're passionate and excited about this business, and they'll think it's just kind of like, when you feel like it, and they won't see your passion. And so be consistent in sharing every single day. If that means you have to get up 5 minutes earlier, I promise it's worth it. If that means you need to stop watching TV as much, I promise it's worth it. Very rarely do I turn the TV on before I lay my head down on the bed at night. And by the time I lay my head down on that bed, that TV is like gone because I'm so tired. But this opportunity is so worth me giving up TV. I don't miss that. I don't. And when I did start, I was working and my husband traveled and my kids were involved in everything. So I literally, sometimes I was answering messages when I was sitting at a red light or when my kids were warming up at games or whatever, but I was consistent in doing it. And so that's how we continue to build. I'm still consistent in doing anything. So those are my top 2 tips for 2016. Learn as much as you can. Follow all of these ladies on this call today. and watch what they're doing. You can copy and borrow their posts from their pages. It's totally fine. We all share those. So follow us and do what we do. And if we can help you in any way, let us know. So anyways, next up is Ariel. So I'm going to let her take over.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Hey guys, my name is Ariel Post, and I am also a Diamond Ambassador. I live in McKinney, Texas, and that's actually how me and Beth met. Our kids went to school together. McKinney is right outside of Dallas, a suburb outside of Dallas, and I have been doing Plexus. I've been an ambassador with Plexus since the last weekend in April of 2013. So it's been an exciting ride. My tip for you guys is start sharing right off the bat. No excuses. Too many times people say they're going to wait until they have results, or they want to wait until they've lost weight, or wait until they have a business testimony. I am here to tell you, don't wait. I was probably a customer for 8 months before I joined as an ambassador, and I had success. I had great success as a customer. But then when I joined as an ambassador, I did not want to post on Facebook. I cared what my Facebook friends, from high school thought about me. That was really stupid. It was probably at least a month, and then I got with the program and started utilizing social media to my advantage, and I began posting. Let's see, I have some notes written down, so bear with me for a second because I don't want to forget anything. Like I said, if you don't have results, just start sharing right away. When posting on Facebook, there's 3 things you could share. You could share other testimonies, share the business, and then share products. You can use my testimony, Beth's, your uplines, anybody, but don't wait. Those are 3 key things that you can start sharing off the bat about on Facebook. What else? Instagram. Use social media. Share on social media. I've recently gained a new customer and an ambassador, people I've never met before, through Instagram. So be utilizing. Pinterest is another good one. Let's see what else. Email people. This is kind of funny. When I first started as an ambassador as Plexus, I sent out a big email to all my friends, and literally within 10 minutes, I got several messages. I think your email's been hacked, because you know how you get those funny things about diet and weight loss. I was like, no, this is real. I really did this. So that was a great way to connect with people I hadn't talked to in a while. So share via email, share via text. Make that list of 100 people. I know it sounds silly, you guys, but if you do it and reach out to them, you never know what will happen. And make a list of the top 10 out of those 100 people and call them up. Let them hear the excitement in your voice, okay? Another thing, and this was a big thing of mine, and I waited way too long to do this one for sharing. Host a meeting. Now, when I say a meeting, it doesn't have to be a huge meeting with 100 people. My team has been doing small meetings, do sip and sees at people's house, and I'm encouraging everybody to share this within the first 30 days of joining. And so far with our sip and sees, we've had 100% success rate, either signing new ambassadors or new customers. So work with your upline on that. That is a great way to get out there and share the product. And again, you're face to face, so they can see the excitement on your face and hear you. Let's see, I know I'm running out of time. I could go on and on about sharing all day. Another thing, sharing, always have samples, brochures with you, and I know somebody else is going to go over that a little bit on here as well. So that's just another great idea. Let's see, what else? Hold on. Oh, my last one to share, make a why video. This is another great way for people to hear your voice and to see your face. If you make a why video, they can hear why you're excited and they can hear your passion versus just sending an email or a text. So those are my tips for sharing.
Thank you. All right, next up we have Alicia.
Okay, there we go. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm Alicia McKee. I'm a Diamond Ambassador as well. I joined about the same time as Ariel. I didn't realize actually that we started both in April of 2013, so pretty much right after Beth. I think we both jumped on that bandwagon pretty quick. I know she was a customer before, but I was not. Beth posted, and brought me a sample immediately, and I said, what's the cheapest way to do this? And she goes, well, you could join and just do it for the discount. That's what Scott and I did. But my friend Celeste, she's making some good money. So, you never know. It's like, okay, well, let's just jump in, because I'm definitely want it for the cheapest price. And I started posting within a week, because I absolutely love the products, and my business took off. I turned emerald in 7 months and diamond in 10. And I was one of those girls that said, I've got 4 kids. I do not have time to run a business. There is no way this is going to happen. But y'all, I gave some things up, and I decided to make this work. When I started watching Celeste's success, I thought, why can, she can do this and she's never had a job. I can do this, and I've got a degree in marketing and a sales background. I think, even with juggling 4 kids, I think I can maybe pull this off. So I want to talk to y'all about taking ownership of your business and working with intent. And I'm going to do it here in just a couple of minutes. So we're going to condense this training here. Okay, so first off, if you've never done network marketing before, you should definitely take some time and learn a little bit about it, because I did do another network marketing in the past, and it was a party plan, and I swore I would never, ever, ever do another thing where I had to find babysitters and carry a bunch of product places, because that was a pain in the rear. So this is awesome, because we don't have to do that, y'all, but you need to learn about what network marketing is. These are some great books: Rock Your Network Marketing Business and GoPro. For basic network marketing education, this is the way I learned, okay? You want to learn about what does it mean. If you're going to be a realtor, you would learn how to be a realtor. You would learn what that meant, right? Well, you're in network marketing now. You are a business owner. Congratulations. You are CEO of your own business. You need to learn how to run it. Also, if you treat this like a business, you're going to get business pay. If you treat it like a hobby, guess what? You're going to get hobby pay. I gave up some things in the beginning, because like I said, I've got 4 kids. At the time, one was 18 months old, and then my oldest at the time, what was she, a sophomore in high school. So I run the gamut on the kids, okay? And they're very, very busy. So I didn't want to give up being a mom and being busy and helping them, but I also knew that time is of the essence. If I'm going to start a business, I'm going to do it right. I need to dive right in. So I gave up TV. I stopped watching, I don't watch TV in the evening. I still don't, even 2.5 years later. Y'all are all like, we don't either. I'm telling you, the most successful leaders we don't watch TV. We might record a show or 2 and watch it when it's convenient to us, right? So, but we're not going to sit it down at night and watch TV. We have too many other things that we could learn and use that time wisely. You don't want to blame your sponsor for your success or failure. It's not up to them. It's up to you. Your name is on your business, not theirs. Okay, this is a real wake-up call to some people, because they don't get it. They think, maybe their sponsor stopped working. Well, guess what? That they stopped working, but did you stop working? You need to take ownership of your business. Even if you have limited time to work your business, if you work with intent, let's say you have a full-time job and you have very limited time to work your Plexus business. I hear this a lot, actually. You know what? Then it's really important for you to plan your day and add Plexus to your life intently and purposefully, and plan it out. So you know what? Okay, yes, I work. I get off at 5. I need to come home. I need to make dinner. You know what? As soon as I get home, before I get out of my car, I'm going to send 3 messages to people. I'm going to do something, in my little pockets of time I have, I'm going to do something purposeful and intentful to grow my business. Training videos, YouTube channel, Plexus Worldwide YouTube channel is huge. At the beginning, I missed some of my girls' practices. I missed some of their games. You know what? It's okay. They learned that they are not the center of the universe, and they got to watch their mom grow a huge, successful business in a short period of time. And guess what? They're my biggest fans now, and they're telling people about Plexus. So it's good for your kids to see you succeed. So don't feel bad if you're missing one thing. Guess what? I know my girls do not remember what games or what practices I missed, okay? They're going to know that mama loves them and mama is there for the big things. I'm not going to miss any big things. But if I need to travel for Plexus, or if I need to be at an event and my daughter has a practice, I'm going to make plans for them to go with somebody else, because my business is very, very important, and they know that. That doesn't mean they're not important. That just means they're not the center of the world, right? That's a good thing for them to know. Okay, so you're going to plan your day with Plexus in it. Always have your business card and some samples with you. Be prepared to talk to anyone and everyone. What if you are out and you're not prepared and you meet somebody that would be perfect for your team and you have nothing to give them? Always be prepared. Let's see, you want to give the opportunity to everybody. Don't assume and judge them. There are some people on my team that I had no idea would be rock stars that are, and there's some people on my team that I knew would be rock stars and they are not doing a darn thing with their business. So I'm telling you, you cannot judge a book by its cover, and just have a good attitude. You know, when your attitude is everything, you're going to be successful if that is your attitude. You're going to fail if you have that in your mindset as well. And I know some other people are going to talk about that too. So I think that's it for me in a quick nutshell.
That's awesome. I wanted to amen to a few of those things. Let's go.
Right.
We could listen to it all day. Okay. So next up we have Janelle.
Hey everybody, my name is Janelle Espling. I am an Emerald Ambassador with Plexus here in Riverside, California. When I started with Plexus, that was Black Friday 2013. So it's been a little over 2 years, and Plexus was not really heard of here in California. We have a huge state, so it's still pretty an untapped market. So just from my experience in the last 2 years, I just wanted to share 2 quick things about sharing with people. And so my first tip is about sharing the products with people. And the biggest thing that I found with people is that their posture is not correct when they share with people. We have incredible products. So when you share with people, have the posture that you're a blessing. What you have is incredibly amazing. You don't need to stand back and feel timid and feel like, oh, I might offend them, or, oh, they're not going to be my friends. And I feel like we make up these scenarios in our head and then we project them onto people. And sometimes they're not even true. And the reality is that with Plexus, we have these incredible products that are literally changing lives. And so as you post on Facebook, have that confidence that when you're posting something, that's going to be a blessing to somebody, because you never know what somebody walked away from a doctor finding out that day. You never know if that parent just got called into the principal's office again about their child. You just never know what people are upset about and crying about every day, because not everybody puts that stuff on Facebook. But maybe your post will be that thing that gives them hope when they didn't have any hope. And so just have confidence in the products that we have. Share with passion, because again, our products are incredible. And I can say, because I've been around Plexus for 2 years now, nobody could say anything about Plexus in a negative way to me, because I know too many people who've had incredible life change. On my team, and I'm sure all the other leaders on this call can relate, I have had people on my team say, I just planned for an early death. I just planned that my husband was going to take care of the kids and I was going to die young because of whatever I was dealing with. Or I just prayed that God would kill me, that I would not have to live suffering the way I was suffering. And then Plexus came into their life and their whole life has changed. And what if that was you? What if it was because you shared that person's life is forever changed and they get to be with their family for a longer period of time than what they could have ever dreamed? And so if you're not there yet, if you don't have that confidence yet, I just encourage you, talk to people in Plexus, watch testimonials, read testimonials, get to meetings, because the more you're around Plexus, the more you'll realize this is not just some health company. We are heads and tails above everybody else. This really changes people's lives. And so my second tip is along the same lines, having the right posture and actually sharing about the business side of Plexus. Because I know for a lot of us, and I'll just say for myself, I joined Plexus simply because I wanted to lose weight. I had no interest at all in having a business. I was a teacher with a master's degree. I was not interested. I thought people were a little bit weird that did direct sales or network marketing. But I just sort of fell into it because I fell in love with the products and then started sharing with people. And here's the thing. My friend Stephanie Murray, who is also another Emerald, says this all the time. Every night people go to bed crying themselves to sleep, stressed out, not just because they have a couple inches on their waist, but because they don't know how they're going to pay their mortgage. They're swimming in debt. They don't know how they're going to make their ends meet. And we could have the answer to their problems. If you're out there and you're like, oh, this is just another network marketing business, I promise you it's not. First of all, we're all about health. And I just want to breathe that into you. We're not selling something that you can toss in the closet, that you slap on your face, something that you don't need every day. People need better health. People need Plexus. And compared to other health companies, our products really help people of all ages. They don't help just the gym rats that are in the gym every day, working out, lifting a ton of weights and want to just drink meal replacements every day. Our products really help all people of all ages. So you can have that confidence that not only do we have incredible products, but people are going to want them and want them every month. That's stability in a business. And just as an encouragement, our compensation plan is unmatched. You talk to another network marketer, let them look at our compensation plan. Look at their compensation plan. I promise you, we get paid so well from the very, very beginning. So if you know somebody that wants to be a stay-at-home mom, maybe they're on maternity leave and they're posting about how they're dreading to go back to work, or all of our friends that say, oh, I hate going back to work. I wish I could just stay home with my babies. Message them and just say, hey, have you ever thought about working from home? I make pretty good money working from home. Or message them and just say, hey, I know you posted that and things are really tight right now, and you had trouble even just paying for your groceries. My Plexus paycheck paid for my gas. My Plexus paycheck paid for my groceries. Be confident in sharing in that. Don't wait till you till you're an emerald or a sapphire or a diamond to share. Share in the beginning, because most people have trouble making ends meet, and you could be that person that helps them and changes everything for them. So those are my two tips.
Thank you. I don't know about y'all, but I'm getting all fired up. I'm like, let's go. So this is so fun. Okay, so next up we have Melissa Martin.
Hello. Hey, everybody. Thanks for having me on. These are good. Like, I could just piggyback on everything that's been said so far, but I want to talk about goal setting and the vision for your team. I know that we all say at the beginning of the year, oh, I want to do this, or I want to be this, or I'm going to do this, but we don't actually sit down and make a plan. And guys, I'm telling you, if you have a goal for this year and you don't have a plan to get to that goal, you are likely not going to hit your goal. So it's time to get serious. It's the first of the year. You have a brand new slate to write your own story. And so that's what my challenge is for you as you're watching this, is to write your story in 1 year. Alicia McKee just showed 2 books. My favorite network marketing book is Beach Money. And he actually wrote his story in 1 year in that book. And I did that myself last year. And I'm telling you, almost everything in that story has come true. There's just something about putting out there what it is that you want. And you have to go into it knowing that, not worrying about how it's going to happen, just believing that it's going to happen. So here's how you start that. You write the story and you put yourself January the 5th, 2017, and you start your story about what has happened, and you are actually living it in the present. Don't worry about how it's going to happen. Don't worry about it. Just believe that it's going to happen. That's when the magic starts happening, when you fully believe in what you are putting out there, that it can happen. I got to tell you, I promoted to Emerald last month, and it felt so good to go pick my dad up in that brand new Lexus and let him sit there, and for me to turn to him and say, remember when you told me people like us can't make things like this happen? We just made it happen. People like us can make it happen. But I believed it from the beginning, even when the people that love me the most told me that I couldn't do it. You have to have the vision. You have to have the goals. But I'm telling you, you have got to have the plan. Every single month, you need to know what you are personally doing and what your team is doing, and you have to work with them to get there. Now, I say that also to say, do not let your upline become a crutch for you. You can work this business without your upline. I made it almost to senior gold without knowing anybody in my upline. It can be done. It's a little harder. I wish I would have known my uplines before that, but hey, I didn't, so it's okay. But, don't use them as a crutch. You have to decide what it is that you want and why you want it, and don't let anything stand in the way of that. You go after it 150%. Go get what you want. Go get what you deserve. No excuses. Make sacrifices where you have to make it. And I can guarantee you that when you get to this point in the company, you will be so glad that you did those things. So go get it 2016. Write your story and make it happen.
Okay, so I have chills when you told your dad that, he said people like us can't do it and we can. I mean, I had people even after I hit Emerald and Diamond say to me, like people I've known my whole life go, if you can do it, anybody can do it, because we would have never thought you could do it. I mean, anybody can do it if they put their mind to it, but you're right. They have to have goals and they have to have a plan. Hey, Melissa, where are you from and when did you start? Just so everybody knows.
Totally forgot. I am from Leland, North Carolina, which is right outside of Wilmington. I'm on the coast. And I joined Plexus in March of 2014 and promoted to Emerald last month or in November.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you. Okay, Sonia is next, but it looks like she popped off. Sonia, you're on here and I can't see you. Okay, we're going to actually, we'll move on. She can go in a little bit if she pops back on. We're going to have a little schedule change. Dawn needs to be somewhere, so Dawn is going to go next.
Hey guys. Hey, thanks for having me. My name is Dawn Hill. I'm a current Emerald Ambassador in Kearney, Nebraska. And I joined February 28th, 2014. I had no idea there wasn't really anybody around my area. So I'm going to talk about plugging into events and making it happen that way. It was new to me area and I didn't have my upline next to me. So we just started making small sip-and-sees in home, and we would grow into bigger places that we could rent. We would go town to town and ask people if they would let us come into their home to share Plexus and everything that it can do. The crazy about this is I love Facebook. I love the fact that we can do that, but there is so much more to share in a meeting that people can actually stand and see the compassion and see the health and feel like these products could change their life. So I encourage my team to do that. It's hard to challenge your team if you're yourself. So I always have a goal to try to do meetings, if not more. And so I just challenge everybody, if they want to grow a business, to really plug into events and go to meetings, get yourself fired and do them. You always learn, and I think that's the best way. So that's it.
That's awesome. I remember meeting you the first time I came to Nebraska at the first meeting I did up there. I remember meeting you that time. That's so cool. Yeah. Okay, Sonia's back on, so we're going to go with Sonia. Thank you, Dawn.
Gotta love it when your Wi-Fi goes out right before you're going to speak. But anyway, everything is back up. But what I want to talk about is what I think is really the most underutilized marketing tool we have. And I've got two things here. For those of you that don't know what they are Plexus catalogs that you can purchase right directly in your back office, and our 3-day sample packs. Now, this one is a decision pack. I know new ambassadors are always asking me the difference. The decision pack comes in a nice little brochure. Oh, I didn't tell you where I'm from. I'm a Sapphire ambassador, and I'm from St. John's, Florida. Sorry, the whole internet thing kind of threw me for a loop there.
And what's your name? You didn't tell us your name either. I just said Sonia.
Thank you. I appreciate it. But inside the decision pack, you see you have a 3-day sample. You can get these with the Slim and Accelerator, or you can get these with the Slim and the Boost. And then also you can buy them with the Slim and the Block. Now, when I started my business, I actually got started October 2nd, 2013. I've been a health and fitness instructor for 23 years. I had no fabulous testimony myself. I tried a 3-day sample pack and I was hooked. I bought another 3-day sample pack. I immediately signed up as an ambassador, not because at the time I thought I needed Plexus, but I knew a lot of my clients needed it, and I got a little bit of a business mind here, and I wasn't going to send them to somebody else. I was going to sell them the products myself. So that is why I jumped on. At the time, I got the welcome pack that came with 10 of the decision packs. I had sold all of them before they ever came in. Again, I had no testimony. It was my excitement that did this. And I knew that when I heard about Plexus, I wanted to try it right then and there. I wanted a 3-day pack in my hand that day. I did not want to order it, and I did not want to have to wait. And so if you are new and you're just getting started, or you are ready to kick off the new year and jump back in your business, what I would suggest you do, go in your back office right now, today, as soon as it's over, order a pack of 25 catalogs. You get 25 catalogs for $14.95. Everybody that I give a 3-day sample pack to or sell a 3-day sample pack to gets this catalog for a couple of reasons. It gives you all the pricing in there, retail customer, preferred customer, and ambassador. It also gives you information about the business in the back of it. So even if you're not sure if somebody's interested in the business, you've just put that information in their hands. Now then, as far as getting the most effectiveness out of your 3-day sample packs, if you give it to somebody, build value into it. Don't just hand it to them and say, hey, try this. Say, look, I'm supposed to sell these for $11.95. I really think that this would help you. I'm going to give it to you. I want you to try this. I want you to promise me you're going to start it in the morning. Don't wait for a week. And I'm going to check back in with you and say, 4 days later, I'm going to check back with you on Friday, and I'm going to see how you liked it. You want to let them know that, you paid something for this, that you're not just out giving them to everyone. Now, when I first started, I probably sold 8 of the 10, and then 2 of them I gave to people that I thought really needed them. So you can sell them, you can give them away. It's up to you, but what you've got to do is you've got to get them in people's hands. Now, when you give it to them, make sure they don't expect a miracle in 3 days. I have a letter that I give them as well, or I send it to them in email. It lets them know it's just a sample for them to try it, that they're not going to lose 10 pounds in 3 days, just to make sure they like the taste, that they can, fit the difficulty of making a pink drink once a day into their busy schedule. And that is just very important. They know that they're not going to have anything drastic happen within 3 days, but it is just a sample to make sure that they like the taste. As I said, set a time to follow up with them. If you give it to them on a Monday, tell them you're going to check in with them on Friday. So that way they're not going to throw it on the counter, forget about it, and a month later they still haven't used it. And what I have done, if I follow up with somebody on Friday and they haven't used it, I'm going to say, well, look, if you're not interested, will you please give it back to me, because I know somebody else would really like to try that. And trust me, when you take it away from them, they're going to be like opening it right then and there and using it. So take it back. Tell them you're going to get it back from them. And keep following up. I still, to this day, and I know all these ladies can agree, have customers that are just now ordering that have been asking me off and on for 2 years about Plexus. So by consistently posting on Facebook, you're going to be dripping on them. I don't send these people a message every single week. Are you ready to try Plexus? Are you ready to try Plexus? But if you're, engaged with them on Facebook, they see what you're doing. They're eventually going to come around and decide they're ready to jump in with you, either as a customer or an ambassador. And that is pretty much my biggest tip. I have sold a 3-day sample pack in the produce section at the grocery store before. I keep these things in my purse at all times. I keep them in my car at all times. Pretty much anywhere I go, I have one on me, because you just don't know who you're going to run into that really needs to try it. And so that is my biggest tip. Have your tools ready for you. So if somebody wants it, you don't have to say, oh, I've got an order coming, they're going to be here. You want to be able to hand it to them right then and there. Look, Alicia's got hers. So.
Alicia has everything right there in her little office right where she is. I'm like, one thing I was going to give you real quick. I did this with my team just to kind of give them the numbers. Like I said, I started October the 2nd. And right after I tried a 3-day pack, and I sold my first 10 before I even got them in. I think I ordered 10 more before those even came in. And like I said, my very first month, I was brand new, kind of like a lot of you guys. My sponsor was brand new. Her sponsor was brand new. We really didn't know what we were doing, but we were so excited to get out there. And that very first month, I did 2,200 PV. I had 13 preferred customers, 10 retail customers, and 1 ambassador. And I did not know what I was doing. It was pure excitement and me loving these products that what did it. So you have to have that excitement, and you have to let people see it. Absolutely. I just can't get over how much I'm loving this call. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I love hearing everybody's excitement. Like if somebody watches this and they're like in a bad mood after this, and they just need to rethink something. I don't know. But anyways, okay. So next we're going to go to Jen.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, my name is Jen Weiland, and I live in Grand Island, Nebraska, and I'm an Emerald, and I have been doing Plexus. I started in December of 2013, and I love hearing everybody's tips, and I've even had to choke back a few tears a few times, because it's so real, and it tugs at your heartstrings, because you know how powerful these tips really, really are. And I'm hearing a lot of us, we're so new, and we did this at the drop of a hat, and we just took a chance, and it worked. And where I live, Plexus wasn't heard of in Nebraska. It was brand new. Nobody knew what the pink drink was. And I had to step out of my comfort zone. So that is going to be my tip right now, is to really try and step out of your comfort zone when you're sharing your passion for Plexus. because people want to know what that pink drink is. And what I did at the beginning was carry my bottle of pink drink everywhere I went. And I would intentionally mix that pink drink at a basketball game or at one of my kids' activities. And I remember the first time that I walked into a gym with my pink drink, and I thought, gosh, people are going to wonder what I'm doing. They're going to think I'm crazy, you know? And that, it created excitement. People wanted to know what I was drinking, and they wanted to know what I was doing. Well, then I started purchasing my Plexus swag and started wearing my Plexus swag to every single event that I went to with my children. And so I had to step out of my comfort zone and be proud to be a Plexus ambassador. And that took me just a little bit to kind of get to that point, because in the beginning, I was somewhat afraid to share Plexus. And I would apologize if I was sharing with somebody, or if I was inviting somebody to an event or to a sip and see in my home. I would say, I'm so sorry. I know you're probably busy, but I just want to let you know that I'm hosting an event for Plexus, you know? And after a while, I started thinking to myself, why am I apologizing? And so that's my second tip. Don't apologize for inviting people to your events or for sending somebody a message. Don't feel like you're bugging them or you're going to make them feel uncomfortable, because we have something so important and so amazing that's changing lives. We need to step out of that comfort zone, and we need to be able to say, I'm not going to apologize for sharing what I have, because it is life-changing. And so sharing what you have just in any setting, walking into your children's activities with your pink drink, wearing your Plexus swag, buy your husband Plexus swag. My husband wears his Plexus ball cap everywhere we go. And people ask about it. And now in our town, people know we're the Plexus people. And so, especially since I've got my Lexus. And so it's created a lot of chatter, and we have a great team, and we've got a lot of people that are falling in love with the products here in Nebraska as well. So.
Absolutely. And I want to say something about this whole Nebraska crew. So Dawn is from Nebraska, and not far from where Jen and then Kim Watson, who's on here also. They're all kind of from the same area, but Dawn is on another leg of my team, and then Jen and Kim are on another leg. And so they are like in the middle of Nebraska, y'all. And nobody knew about Plexus at all. I mean, nobody. And so they took Plexus and literally to an area where nobody had been taking it before. Nobody knew anything about it. And there's 3 of them now, and many more on their way that are Emerald in a year and a half is how much it happened, from brand spanking new small towns in Nebraska. So I don't ever want to hear my area is flooded.
Right.
Or nobody's here, they won't take it, because these 3 ladies on this call, and probably others, are proof that you can take it anywhere.
Yeah.
People need it. People need it in Nebraska, like people need it in Dallas. And so,
well, and it's not, you know, you get a lot of people that say, oh, everybody's doing it, everybody's posting about it, it's saturated. You know, we went to an event last night in Lincoln with a gal who teaches in Lincoln, and she just joined our team. She knows a ton of Grand Island and Kearney people just in her immediate group of friends who've never heard of Plexus. So she's reaching out to a whole nother circle of people that are going to have the opportunity to have their life changed.
Yeah.
You know, people that have never heard of Plexus, because we all have our own intimate circle of friends and people that we can reach out to. That's important to know, that it is not saturated, that it is not, there is such a worldwide need for it. And you're going to reach out to somebody that's never heard of it.
Absolutely. Thank you. Okay, so next up we have Tracy, and Tracy's one of our new Emeralds. We're so excited. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Again, my name is Tracy Oates. I'm from Saxe, Texas, and I'm brand new in the Jewel group, so I'm excited to be here. I've been doing Plexus for about 2.5 years, and I really want to just go back and lay a foundation, because I want to say, be genuine in what you do. we can implement every tool in the toolbox and you can perfectly lay every strategy in place. But if you're not led by your love for other people, that success that you're seeking is going to run the other way. You can chase it all day long, but if you are coming from a selfish standpoint or you have desperation, that is going to come across to people, and they're going to be able to hear it in your voice. They're going to be able to see it in your text messages. Your Facebook posts are going to reflect that. So, I just want to encourage, especially, I know when it's when you're just starting out or when you've stalled a bit in your business, it's hard because you're, thinking I've got to get that next customer and I've got to be able to pay for my products, or, the bills are stacking up. And so you're, concerned about, building your team and getting customers because you want to be able to make the money to pay your bills. And this is something that I've really been dealing with a lot on my team lately. But we have to remember that, God has given us these amazing products and an incredible business opportunity for us to share it with other people. So I think when that comes from your heart and you're letting love be your guiding beacon, God's going to lead you to the people who need to be on your team and who need these products. And we can overcome that desperation or that fear, or that worry, that comes across in our voice. So the first thing I want to say is just, be genuine in what you're doing. All these tips and tricks are great tools. Use them, but let love be the driving force. If they see that you are concerned about them, they are more apt to listen to what you have to share. And then one thing that I've really been working on this past year is self-development. Read books that will help you grow yourself. Read books that will help you become a better leader, that will help you overcome fear, overcome those doubts. The more you grow yourself and the more diversified you are, the more people you're going to be able to reach. So short and sweet, but those are the things that have really carried me through this past year and have helped my team personally grow. So I wanted to share them with you guys.
Thank you. I love it. This is just awesome. I just love it. And you're so right, because if you're not genuine and you are not who you are, even though you can duplicate what others are doing, if you're not being true to yourself and true to who you are, people aren't going to trust you. And that you do have to be genuine for sure. Absolutely. So, all right, Miss Kim, you're up.
I have loved every minute of this. It's great to see faces and to those names and to hear your tips. I'm so honored to hear them. And, I'm Kim Watson, the Emerald Ambassador from Nebraska. I joined February of 2014 and have loved every minute of it. It has been a big surprise. Did not join for the business, network marketing snob, and here I am. Today, I want to talk to you all about mindset because it's the battle of the mind. I see it in my team. So many that want it. I'll give like 3 examples. I had one ambassador, and I gave her some tasks, and she messaged me and she said, "Kim, I am stalled. I cannot hit the submit button. I can't hit the send button." And so I talked with her and I said, "Okay, what's the problem?" And she just had fear. And what are people going to think? And so I said, really the battle is in your mind. It's your mindset. Do you know that these products work? Do you know that they change lives? Absolutely they have, and they've changed her life. And so she affirmed that. And I said, has the business side of Plexus blessed your family? Absolutely. She's a teacher. She's a coach, overworked, underpaid, and so needs this opportunity. And I said, it's your mindset, honey. Why do you think that you came to Plexus? Because you had a need and you felt that it could provide for that need. And why do you think someone else would not have that same need and have that same desire? So mindset, it is where the rubber meets the road. We definitely need to build our passion and our belief in what we do and what we have. And we all, as Plexus ambassadors, should have that by now, because we have seen our family, our loved ones' lives changed because of it. But for us to have the battle of the mind that
what I have isn't valuable enough that someone else might want it. I am telling you, people are hungry for it. They're desperate for it. They're desperate to feel better, and they are desperate to not pay their bills with change. The other night, we were in Lincoln again with Jen, and I was talking to another struggling ambassador who's having a hard time getting people to join her. And she was saying, and I was just having her talk, just listening to her, and she was telling me, I said, well, I know that you suffer with migraines. And she goes, yeah. She goes, I used to have to rearrange my life because of my migraines. I missed milestones in my kids' lives because I was home in bed with migraines. And I said, honey, do you hear what you just said? You had to rearrange your life because of migraines. You no longer have to do that. And you know that there are so many that suffer with the same thing. You know that people need these products, so go out and share. So don't let your mind stop you. Believe that what you have is something that people need, something people want, something that people are hungry for. And share, because let them make the decision. Don't you make the decision for them, and share. And so that's one of our biggest battles, is growing our passion, our belief, but then the mindset where the rubber meets the road, putting it into action and letting them make the decision once you present it to them.
Absolutely. That was awesome. Yeah. And your passion and your belief is what's going to carry you through, even on the stressful days. I have a group that I challenge to put their why and tape it on the mirror of their bathroom, because everybody's going to have a bad day in their life, right? And so if you can see that why and see why we're doing what we're doing, and see why sometimes we do, sacrifice missing a game or sacrificing anything, that if you see that why, that you know why you're doing it. So absolutely, passion, belief takes you a long way. So in your mindset for sure, because people think they can't do it, but they can. I was scared. I remember for the first year, sometimes when I would hit post on Facebook, I would want to kind of get sick because I was so nervous, but not anymore, because I know that it's changed lives. All right, so we have Kendra.
Hi.
How are you?
I am great, except you made me go last after all of these amazing tips. I'm writing things down. This is so amazing, Beth. Thank you for putting this together. It's been incredible. I really, honestly, don't have anything else to add. No, I'm kidding. I could talk about Plexus all the time. My name is Kendra Randolph. I actually built my team in South Carolina. I live a little bit outside of North Carolina. During this whole amazing Plexus journey, I got married and moved to North Carolina. So I like to say that I'm from South Carolina, but my address is technically North Carolina. And I signed up in November of 2013. I went emerald in 6 months, sapphire in 16 months, and diamond in 20 months. So it has been an amazing ride and an amazing journey. And when Beth asked me what I wanted to speak on today and tips, I mean, there's so many things. And as you guys can tell, what everyone is talking about, there's not one secret, So I think a lot of times when people come to us, and I know you guys probably feel the same way, they're looking for that. They're hanging on your every word for that one secret. And there's not. I mean, you can tell, we all have something different to share. But I really thought about it and prayed about what I wanted to share with you guys that were really good next steps, because I think when you get off a call like this, you're looking for something to do when you get off, right? So I decided I was going to give the 2 things that I feel really defined my business. And the first one was get a calendar. Get a calendar. I have one from last year, and y'all, I didn't get a calendar until January of last year. I was working on sapphire. Why in the world? I did not know how important this was to my business. But it is absolutely, you want to work for your time and not your time work for you. So the best book for that, I'm going to give you a lot of books to write down. So if you're taking notes, I'm going to list it out. Beth, I can give you this list if you want it. But Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy. is a really good book. I was a habitual procrastinator. I don't know if anybody else joins me with that, but it is a great book if you struggle with time management and procrastination. So that would be my first tip, is to get yourself a calendar and write out and be very intentional with your time. I think that is what holds a lot of people back, is when you go and ask them, like, what are you doing to work your business? Let me see your calendar. And there's very little on it. And I'm like, oh, okay, we probably need to go back and we need to analyze your calendar a little bit. So, all right, the next tip that I have is become a nerd. I do not like to read. I absolutely, I'm actually not a very good reader. I love audible.com, and YouTube has a ton of free audibles that you can listen to. But the best tip that I have is to buy yourself a Bluetooth headset. This thing has rocked my world. I'm a mom of 3. I live pretty far away from school, so I have to drive a lot. And so I basically leave this in my ears, and I am always listening to something. I do purchase the book because I like to think that I'm a reader. It makes me feel better. So I'm going to share with you guys my favorite books, but I will profess to you, I have not read all these books from beginning to end. I have listened to all of them from beginning to end. And if I'm going to teach on it, then I will read it. So the first book that I want to suggest to you guys, and there's 4 steps in what I think helped me become a diamond. The first was my spiritual growth. The Bible. Read it every day. I couldn't live without my Bible and my devotional. So I use Jesus Calling. That's just my favorite devotional now. But that has probably been a key in my success, is my spiritual growth. 2 books that defined my spiritual growth was a book called Boundaries. It is an awesome book. It is by Henry Cloud and John Townsend. And then I don't have it because I give these books away all the time, but it's something that I think Tracy was talking about, mindset. It's Battlefield of the Mind by Joyce Meyer. Fabulous, fabulous book. So those are the 2 key. If I'm really working with someone and coaching them, it's one of my passions. I love to coach people. So I always have a book recommendation. If someone's really struggling in their spiritual walk, those are the books that usually are kind of my go-to books. The next one is personal growth. The books that I personally recommend the most that I have read are Success is Not an Accident by Tom Newberry. You guys may have not even heard of that. It's a great, great book. I actually taught on that book. John Maxwell's new book, Intentional Living, is phenomenal. It's brand new. It is absolutely amazing. And then you guys are going to figure out a trend. I'm a little bit of a John Maxwell geek. I actually went and got trained by John Maxwell to become a trainer, speaker, and coach. So I'm a little bit of a nerd for John Maxwell. But the 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. I'm so much of a nerd that I actually have it like tabbed. Like that's how, so when someone calls me and they reach out to me and they're struggling with something, I can actually go to the chapter and I can kind of like read it and I can kind of help them with whatever it is that they're struggling with. So those are my 3 top books for personal growth. The next one for your business is leadership development. When you sign up your first ambassador, you have become a leader. And so I really do challenge you guys to learn the gift and the art of leadership. And my 3 books that I just rave about is one of my favorite authors, Dave Ramsey, Leadership. And then I'm sure you'll be shocked to hear John Maxwell, The 21 Laws, Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. And then one thing that I think people miss the most in all of this is influence. And becoming a leader is absolutely, you have got to have influence over people. So John Maxwell has another book. It's not really a leadership book, but I think it is key to your leadership. And it's Becoming a Person of Influence by John Maxwell. And he actually signed this one. So this one's pretty special to me because I really do think that this is a key component in people's business is learning how to influence people. All right. Then the next step in my road to diamond was becoming a network marketing professional, learning about network marketing, going to conventions, going to even other events that you can go to learn about network marketing. But my 3 go-to books, and they've actually already been shared here, so you obviously need to go read these, is Beach Money by Jordan Adler. I have it tabbed all up. I have read this one. It's not on Audible, so it forced me to read. So it's super easy. It's super short. It's like 100 pages. Highly recommend this book. The next one is Tom Big L Schreider, The 4 Color Personalities for MLM. This is an awesome, easy to read book. Again, it's super simple. And then the last one is Rock Your Network Marketing Business by Sarah Robbins. So those are all the books in the last 2 years that like I have read or listened to that really have helped develop me into a diamond. And I couldn't pick one of those and tell you to focus on it. It's something that I constantly do. I'm constantly listening to something, reading something. I've just become a nerd. So all of that time that I used to spend like watching TV shows or scrolling Facebook or, you know, whatever it was that I was doing that was not income producing time, that's what I do now with my time. And the last thing that I'll leave you guys with, Beth, and I'll turn it back over to you, is I wake up every morning and I think, like, how can I bring value to my team and to my customers and anybody who could possibly cross my path. And I'm just very, very intentional about how I can bring value back to God's kingdom. And I really do believe that God has continued to bless me with the right customers, the right ambassadors that want to work this business with me, because I'm always trying to find a way to bring value. So Beth, for you doing this, you're bringing value to so many people. So I thank you for inviting me to do this with you guys. It's been awesome.
It's awesome. Thank you for being on here. Hey, I wanted to show y'all a calendar. Somebody on the Jewels page, our Big Jewels page, posted this the other day, and it's a calendar. And you see, I can try to find the link and post it. But what I like about it, I've always just been like a $1.99 calendar person, like in the bargain section. But this one, okay, so like this is for March, and it says looking ahead. And it says your top personal goals, your top professional goals. Where am I going? What results do you want to achieve this month? And it has it all written out. And then the back of the month, it has like a recap of what you did achieve. I think it's cool because I need to write stuff down and check stuff off, and I love this. So, but I'll try to find the link for that. But I just want to say, first of all, there was one more thing that I forgot to mention that, and I'm surprised that nobody mentioned it, and so I get to do another one. But we talked about when just go ahead and start sharing Plexus. But the minute you get one ambassador, and I think you touched on it, when you get one ambassador, you have become a leader. And you immediately need to pour into those people and train those people and tell them what the steps to take and what to do and where they should look and where they should find things. You don't need to enable them. You need to train them to do what you have done. And so that is a huge, I think sometimes that's where we get lost. When I look at reports a lot of times where we lose people is because people sign up, but then nobody tells them what to do. And so they don't know what to do. And so if they're not, one that will just be proactive and figure it out, sometimes we do lose people. So even if there's a gap in your downline, like say you have a level 3 that doesn't have anybody in between, grab those people and teach them and train them, because those could be your next rock stars. But I just want to thank everybody on here, and people have popped on and popped off. Everybody on this call today has a different background and a different life, and some have new babies at home, some are empty nesters, some were full-time moms before, some have jobs now. But each person committed to doing this Plexus journey, and I know that not a single one of these people would say a single bad thing about this Plexus journey. They did whatever it took, and that looks different for every single person. But if you'll commit to doing it and asking for help and, watching what leaders do, then I promise it will be worth it. We have an amazing team. I broke it down, and I didn't have this right in front of me, but like I said, we have 25 jewels on our team. We have 7 diamonds, 2 sapphires, and 16 emeralds right now, and many, many senior rubies that are headed this way. So go for it. Go all in. This is a new year. Make it a great Plexus new year. Do whatever it takes. Know that you're loved. Know that you're prayed for. Know that you are thought of and talked about and planning and everything. And we are here for you. We are one Plexus. And I just want to thank you all again. We always say, family first with Plexus, and that's the beauty of it. And so some people had to hop off with their kids, and some people couldn't get on today because they had kids or other commitments, and so that's okay. And just know that you can do this in the crevices of your life, and you can be successful. And even when you're up where we are, we always put our family first. And so if that means that we can't get on a call like this on a specific day, that's okay. We'll do it another day and be on another one, but always put your family first. And but always work your Plexus business as well. So it's a great combination. It's a great opportunity. So thank y'all all. Happy New Year. And if you want any of the books or links or whatever, y'all just let us know. So thanks, guys. Y'all have a great day. Bye.